incredible film.
Oh, thank you, Dan. I really appreciate it. And thanks for watching pre-interview. It means a lot to me. We can
I
have
know
a deeper conversation.
I had a bit of a moment, an aha moment during it when Amy, one of the women in the documentary said, "Imagine what the world would be like if we stopped having shame around our bodies."
Shame is a big theme for men and women that we carry because of an event that happened in our lives. As you know, one of my characters in the story called it the first offense. As growing up, even as a child, they immediately, if you walk around the pool with, naked and you're just a kid. I mean, you don't need to put anything on. Immediately, it's like put something on, cover it up. And those messages we get since we're little, and it accumulates to shame when you in your adult life. And hopefully, women who have gone through abuse, of course, have a big issue of shame because their body has been assaulted and attacked, and it's very hard for them to reconnect.
And
anyway, we're jumping ahead.
Yeah, I know. I think what makes it so brilliant is that the story is told through so many different women's stories. And I think having it shown through many women's stories, I think every woman can relate to at least one, if not all of them.
Yeah, that makes me very happy that you say that, because the biggest challenge of editing the film is interweaving all the stories. The easy way out was like, okay, I'm just going to focus on 3, 4 women. But precisely like you said it, I wanted to access as many women as possible so that uh, every woman can see herself on the screen. Okay, oh, Allison is, she's religious like I am, so she's going through this, so it's similar to what I'm going through. Or, Evelyn is a plus size woman, or a loss or abuse. So I wanted to, or LGBT community, I wanted to have as many women representing as many issues so that a lot of the audience members will be touched and will feel that, oh, this is about me. And that's very crucial for every film I make.
And it really is. And I think as a viewer, you go on the journey with them. And that's really interesting because you see them at the start, even without giving it away. I was, for whatever reason, attracted to Evelyn. That was the one that I related to. And you see her actually not only rising up on the pole, but rising up in her life as well. And all of the characters rise up through movement and their body.
Right. And Evelyn had absolutely no idea what she was in for. I don't think anybody knew. When I saw her the first time, I thought, I definitely want to follow her story. She represents everything that the dance world does not show. Because as the dance world can be very selective, you have to have a certain age, a cutoff age, certain body type, certain fitness. I wanted her to be the woman next door, and she is. And she works in Seas Candy. She's overweight. She went through loss, and seeing her transformation in those 6 to 8 months was extremely rewarding. It literally happened in front of our lens. And her embracing her journey is another thing, because you can shed, but then backtrack and go, no, I don't want to go there. I can't deal with it. But she went with it. And the fact is that she came out on the other end with a happy ending and found love. Obviously, it doesn't happen to everyone, but she was open to a new love in her life, and it happened.
And I think the reason I resonated with her, and I think so many women will, is because she's not the typical person that would thrive as, doing pole dancing. And if she can do it, it really goes to show that anyone can transform their lives through this, amazing thing called pole dancing.
Exactly. And that's what attracted me about making a movie about the pole community, is because it is very inclusive, and it's not just the diversity in terms of ethnic background, but it's also age, body type, body shape, that I have not seen in any other kind of dance form. And that, feeling safe, and for me, being in part of this community, I have danced all my life, I've done yoga all my life. It is great to know that at any age you can still move and have fun with it, but also go into a deeper journey like Evelyn did. And Evelyn and other women in the film, what really attracts me about filming them is the fact that they are so authentic and so open to tell their story, whether it's Patricia, Evelyn, or Megan. There is a truth that you're trying to hit as a filmmaker. Part of it reveals itself during the cinema verite process. You're just a fly on the wall, and with a lot of experience, you also know when things are going to happen, when to turn the camera on, when off. But the other part of it is, are these subjects ready to commit to tell their story in the most truthful way, beyond the sound bites? And that's really my job as a filmmaker, to kind of weed through everything to get to the heart of hearts of their story. And many times the filming itself enhances the process. Having a camera there enhances the process, because the camera doesn't lie and it forces you to be truthful. So it's almost like your journey on steroids when you're being filmed. And I've seen it over and over again in every film I do, how people go through their own transformation because of the filming process, because they have to, they get, it's like being on a mission. You have to tell your story. The story is bigger than you. It now belongs to the world. And that is a great motivator also too. But of course, the first thing, my job as a filmmaker, is to make them feel very safe so that they can share this with me. And a lot of times I say, how am I different from other filmmakers who have had a career span like I had of 40 years? Is that I make films about people I love. And some people make films about people they hate and they make fun of them. And it's actually more fun to do what they do because there's no responsibility, like whatever. But for me, telling stories in a truthful way with integrity and keeping the authentic voice of the subject is key.
Well, thank you so much. I think we're almost out of time, but I did want to hit on one little thing before we go. What I found interesting, and I really enjoyed, that you did choose to put in a voice there who didn't have a good experience with pole dancing. And I thought that was important because while I think for most women it will be transformative, it won't be for every woman. And I wanted to know why you chose to have someone who didn't have a good experience with it.
Well, it's always good to have the other side and to see that it's not for everyone. At the end of the day, it's your choice. Do you really want to go there? And this particular woman was very fit. She was a yoga instructor, Pilates, whatever. But the inner journey didn't suit her. She just wanted to come learn pole and have fun. And I think it's important to show, because you're kind of hitting on what the audience questions are going to be. And I want to be able to offer an answer while the question pops up. So an audience member may think, well, that may not be for me. I just want to. And so there is the answer. Yes, it may not be for you, but it's very important we can't really be objective. That's, as a filmmaker, you're never objective. If you put the camera here instead of here, you already made a statement. You already interpreted the reality. So I don't pretend to be objective as a journalist could be. But at the same time, you want to let other voices in that may contradict your story so that you can get the other side. And that's why this woman is there.
Yeah, I can't thank you enough, because I think, and actually I know, that you are actually going to save women's lives through this movie.
Oh, thank you. That is amazing. And if I've done that, I've done my job.
I know there's going to be... There's going to be women out there that are watching it and not knowing what to do, and they're going through pole dancing and through your film. You're going to be saving lives. So that is better than anything else, better than any review or any enjoyment people get out of it.
The call for action. Thank you. And I hope men see it as well and learn something and get to listen to the women in their lives. And also, men go through a lot of issues of shame and body image, and I hope they will also make a step into changing their lives and moving through whatever issues they're having.
Yeah, and I'm a gay man, so I don't think I've hurt women in that way, but I know many men, I think, even if they do watch this film, they'll start to think that, something that they didn't think had an impact on a woman, could have really changed the trajectory of their life, something they said, something they did, and to really think about their actions and, how they affect other women through what they do all day.
And a lot of what Amy does in her studios is men who come, who want to get in touch with their feminine side. That's what she cultivates in the studio. So when I say listen to women, it's really listen to the feminine voice, whichever body or shape it is. I think it is important to hear that side. And that's what the film is doing. So thank you so much, Dan. I really appreciate you watching the movie and being so sincere about it.
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you so much. And, good luck with the rest of your interviews. And I can't wait to follow what's next for you, because I know it's going to be brilliant, whatever you do next.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Dan. You launched the day, so it's fun to start this way.
Yay. Well, thank you so much. Good luck with your
Okay, Dan.